Title and citation: Snyder versus Phillips, Supreme Court 131 S. CT 1207-2011. Facts of the case: Snyder filed a diversity action against Phillips and his daughter, who participated in the picketing and the church, collectively the Westboro Baptist Church, alleging, as relevant here, state tort claim that the intentional infliction of emotional distress, intrusion upon seclusion, and civil conspiracy. Mr. Snyder's son, Lance Corporal Matthew Snyder, was killed in Iraq in line of duty. Westboro picketed his funeral because he was in the military. They got all the necessary permits to picket. They did not violate any other permits. Whether the First Amendment prohibits holding Westboro liable for speech in the case turns largely on whether that speech is public or private concern, as determined by all circumstances cases. Speech on public issue occupies the highest rung of the architecture of the First Amendment values and is entitled to special protections. Justice Chief Robert wrote, Westboro believes that America is morally flawed, and many Americans might feel the same way about Westboro. The decision for the Westboro due to the right of free speech protected under the First Amendment. The church has a right to protest because it was protected. They was protesting the cause of the war. They did not violate the tort, and they chose request that we shield Westboro from tort liability for picketing in this case. The speech was planned to coincide with Matthew Snyder's funeral, but did not itself disrupt the funeral. And Westboro chose to conduct its picketing at the time and place did not alter the nature of its speech. On the facts before us, we cannot react to that pain by punishing the speaker. As a nation, we have chosen a different course to protect even heartful speech on public issues to ensure that we do not stifle public opinion and debate. I believe that the Westboro Baptist Church has a right to picket. I believe that the freedom of speech is a powerful tool. The freedom of liberty must be protected also, but there must be some common sense in the right to protest. The courts must use this when deciding cases. It is harmful for the family of these men and women. They should not have protested a funeral at all. Even though Mr. Snyder published his funeral date, time, and place in a public newspaper, he made the opportunity for Westboro Baptist to get all the permits to protest his son's funeral. Using the First Amendment to the Constitution, the case of Snyder vs. Phillips is an excellent example of protection our founding fathers set up. The right of individuals to protest is protected under this amendment. It is vital that we as a country protect the rights of all citizens. This case used the rights of one person against another. It showed that even though we have rights, if the person or organization follow the rules, it is legal, and your rights as another individual can be protested. So not using the First Amendment on that basis, we see that each individual has a right, but as long as one person's right is protected under the First Amendment Constitution, we as the reciprocating persons on the other end, our rights are not protected due to this case. It is shameful that Snyder versus Phillips case actually even exists. We should not as a country allow this to happen, and I believe it's unethical and immoral. We must stop the protesting of these men and women's funerals by this organization. It is not right, even if they believe that military is gay and we're killing the soldiers is legal and just. We must, as a country, decide what is right and what is wrong. We also must determine how we can protect individual rights, but also protect the rights of our citizens. Due to the complexity of this case, the Supreme Court ruled for the Westboro Baptist Church. If the Westboro Baptist Church was closer to the funeral, where Mr. Snyder could see the signs, and actually feel he was by his emotional distress was legitimate, and the tort would probably be reversed. Thank you.